Who do you think is more terrifying, an Aswang or a Tikbalang? In today's episode, we will find out once and for all who between these two creatures is the most terrifying. First up, let's meet our contenders. On the left side of the image, we have the Aswang, one of the most terrifying creatures in Filipino folklore. It is a shape-shifting monster that can take on many forms, but it is most commonly depicted as a female humanoid figure with a pair of bat wings. In some tellings, however, the Aswang may also appear as a shadow-like being that can change into various shapes. Regardless of how it appears, however, this monster is always hungry for blood and flesh. Its long hands are equipped with sharp claws that it uses to rip apart its victims, and its mouth drips with blood, symbolizing its insatiable appetite for human flesh. Glowing red eyes stare out from the darkness, piercing the very soul of anyone who dares to look upon them. The air around it crackles with malevolent energy, as if sensing the terror it inspires in those around it. Despite its monstrous appearance, the Aswang is a cunning and elusive creature, capable of moving unseen through the shadows. It is drawn to areas with a high concentration of humans, preying on their fears and weaknesses. Some say the only way to escape its clutches is to confront it with unwavering courage and banish it back to the netherworld from whence it came. But be warned, for the Aswang is a master manipulator and will stop at nothing to satisfy its bloodlust. Now on the right side of the image, we have the Tikbalang, another creature from Filipino mythology. This one is a tricksy, shape-shifting monster that appears as a tall humanoid figure with a horse head and glowing yellow eyes. Its long, muscular limbs end in hooves rather than feet, and its thick, dark, or even golden fur covers its body like a cloak. It has a sinister grin that reveals sharp fangs, and a ghostly aura surrounds it at all times, hinting at its otherworldly nature. The Tikbalang lurks in the shadows of old, gnarled trees deep within foggy, enchanted forests. There it waits patiently for unsuspecting travelers to wander too close before pouncing on them with surprising speed and strength. Some say the only way to escape the Tikbalang's clutches is to flee deeper into the forest, where the trees are twisted and the paths are treacherous. If you're not careful, you might just find yourself lost forever in its shadowy realm. So, beware, for the Tikbalang is a creature not to be trifled with. So now that we know a bit about both creatures, let's break down the scene and see which one is more terrifying. First off, the fact that they're facing each other is already giving me chills. Imagine being caught in the middle of these two monsters. The composition of the scene is fantastic. The artist did a great job making the foreground darker to draw our attention to the two figures, and then the background is a little blurry so it's not distracting. This makes us focus on the details of the monsters and their expressions. And let me tell you, the detail is incredible. The way the Aswang's wings are drawn, the muscles in the Tikbalang's legs, and the textures in their fur and clothing are all really well done. The Aswang is a creature that is said to feed on the blood and flesh of humans, and it is often depicted as having a taste for children. In the story, the Aswang is able to shapeshift into various forms, including that of a beautiful woman, in order to lure its prey. However, its true form is that of a monstrous, shadowy creature with sharp claws and teeth. When it attacks, the Aswang is said to drink the blood of its victims and devour their flesh. In the story, the protagonist is able to defeat the Aswang by using a magical amulet that banishes evil spirits. On the other hand, the Tikbalang is a creature that is said to inhabit forests and is known for its ability to lure travelers off of the path and into the wilderness where it can prey on them. It is often depicted as having a horse-like head and glowing yellow eyes, as well as long, muscular limbs and a ghostly aura that surrounds it at all times. The Tikbalang is said to be a tricksy and malicious creature that delights in causing harm to humans. In some stories, the Tikbalang is said to be able to shapeshift into various forms, including that of a beautiful woman in order to lure its prey. However, its true form is that of a terrifying beast with sharp claws and teeth. When it attacks, the Tikbalang is said to trample its victims and then drink their blood. Both the Aswang and the Tikbalang are terrifying creatures that are said to inhabit the forests of the Philippines. They are both able to shapeshift into various forms, and they are both known for their ability to lure travelers off of the path and into the wilderness where they can prey on them. However, the Aswang is said to be more monstrous and bloodthirsty, while the Tikbalang is more tricksy and enjoys causing harm to humans for its own amusement. Personally, I am more afraid of the Tikbalang because of its horse-like head and glowing yellow eyes. It seems more mysterious and otherworldly to me, and I don't know, there's just something about horses that creeps me out. I also love how the artist captured the sense of movement in this piece. The way the branches and leaves are flowing, and the sense of depth and perspective is really well done. The lightning flashing in the background adds to the dramatic effect of the piece, highlighting the intensity of the moment. It looks like the Aswang and the Tikbalang are about to fight, and I can't help but feel a sense of anticipation. The viewer is left wondering who will come out on top. The inclusion of the terrified villager adds another layer of depth to the piece. It reminds us that these creatures are not just mythical beings, but they are part of a larger world that we are not aware of. The split color scheme is also very effective. The left side of the image is darker and bloodier, emphasizing the monstrous nature of the Aswang, while the right side is more mystical and foggy, highlighting the otherworldly nature of the Tikbalang. Overall, this is a fantastic piece of art that captures the essence of two terrifying creatures from Filipino mythology. The detail, composition, and use of color are all superb, and the artist's ability to convey the sense of movement and atmosphere is truly impressive. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey through the world of Philippine mythology. I hope you enjoyed learning about the Aswang and the Tikbalang as much as I did. If you're interested in learning more about these creatures and others like them, I highly encourage you to keep exploring. There are so many fascinating stories and creatures from different cultures that are just waiting to be discovered. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss an episode. And until then, stay safe and watch your back, because you never know when a terrifying monster might be lurking around the corner.